Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today I just wanted to do a quick video for you. I got a question about the setup of this A6 Grand Voyager Paper Republic notebook, so I just wanted to go through that, and I did sneak in a little bit of painting. I had some dried hydrangeas here on my desk, so we will also do that. Okay, so you guys know I love a good sketchbook and a good notebook. So this is kind of the best of both worlds. We have a leather cover, so you can change out the inserts within this cover and kind of create the notebook that would suit you best. And so it's really quite nice to be able to customize it like that. And yeah, they have different sizes. This is the smaller one, so they're calling this an A6, but we will look at kind of the size of that later on. And Huckleberry, okay, if you can hear that in the background, I'm pretty sure he is licking some tape. Anyway, so let's see the cat. So let's see here. Yeah, I have both. These are both blank notebooks, and we'll kind of look at how I've inserted them and the paper quality as well. We do a little bit of painting in there today, so they don't hold really wet washes, but they're quite good for just thin washes. And they come in different colors. They come in like the inserts have dotted, ruled, I think graph paper some of them have. So you can see on the front I have a Hobonichi closure, so I actually took out the elastic that came with the Paper Republic, and I'm just using that Hobonichi, I think it's for the weeks, but yeah, I'm just using that elastic on the front, and I have a ribbon. I'll link where I get the ribbon from. It. I love this shop for silk ribbons, and I have a clip from Boston General Store. Anyway, I'll see if I can find that and link that below. But I have the plain paper insert has thinner paper, and then the drawing book, the paper's a little bit thicker. They also have a watercolor insert, but I think when I ordered this they were out. And it's a really nice portable size, so yeah, even like for taking it for walks, just taking it somewhere and you can kind of get a little bit done. You don't have to fill a whole page. But you can see here, like I have jump banded these two inserts together. So what that means is then they're sort of, there's an elastic band kind of in the middle of one and in the middle of the other. I've put those together, and then you can see kind of here like the elastic within the middle of both of those notebooks. And then I put those underneath the elastic in the actual leather cover. And so, yeah, that way I can get the two books in there. If you like the notebooks flush, this is just about sort of the notebook at max capacity there. I have enjoyed like watching how different people use them, and I feel like there's often ones with where it's like really bulked up, so there's a lot of versatility in how you can use these, and yeah, they're just really, it's quite a nice way to have a sketchbook for on the go as well. So in the spirit of our garden party, and also to try and test out the paper here, I thought we would just paint a little bit of some dried hydrangeas here. So you can see here they're quite beautiful. We often have them kind of just rolling around the yard. They break off over winter and then you kind of find them in the grass. Millie loves to play with them and chew them, but yeah, so I thought like this is quite a nice way to think about colour pairings as well. You can see on the side that I have swatched out some of the colours that we will use for this, and like right now I'm using kind of this soft peach colour and the it's like a violet earth type brown colour, and kind of mixing those together, and you can see that there is not a lot of water in my brush. This is a small brush, and so painting that way in this paper is really quite fine. It doesn't hurt the paper at all. I find that when you do some thicker, like more watery washes, it just does take a long time to dry. But so let's just look at the structure of these petals. So we have kind of the top kind of goes down more in a straight, almost like a diamond, and then the bottom kind of curves around. So and kind of different petals will have sort of slight variations on this shape, more rounded. One side might be flatter if it's curling under. The top petal's often shortened like that because it is curving, and then you have kind of a nice, very delicate stem as well. So then you look at kind of where the veins are in the petals, and there's kind of a middle line, and then these veins go down also quite straight until they curve down at the end as well. So it's nice to just have a look at the structure of your petal. They also, you can see like the veins go out from, I know there's a word for it, but from one side to the other. They're not off-centered, they're sort of both going out from the same place. Yeah, but so then I just keep building up the petals, just depending on kind of what I want to see. Like I don't really have a formula for it. I'm starting with some of the French ochre maybe, or some of the peach. I'll add a little bit of one or the other. I add a little bit of the violet earth. Sometimes I won't colour in the like whole petal. Sometimes I will more paint an outline and then paint in kind of the petal veins. And yeah, I'm just looking at the shapes here. Kind of this one was curving a bit, so I've left kind of some of those parts that were curving, and then I just keep building it up like that. What I'm looking for is this kind of delicate clustering of flowers. I really love how they're kind of just a jumble of these like whisper thin and kind of papery, almost a little bit lacy. It's quite beautiful. So, and then kind of on the center of the flower there, it's got kind of, I'm just making it a bit of dark, and then kind of just doing these delicate, again, stems, sort of going nowhere. They're sort of just going into the jumble of everything. That's kind of what I can see when I'm looking at it. Okay, so I've been fighting my microphone for 20 minutes. I'm not exactly sure if this will sound okay, but let's keep moving. Okay, so that sounded scratchy, so I just kept persevering with the mic, but yeah, so here's kind of some reference shots so you can pause the video and work off these as well. And let's see, so back to the actual notebook. So I thought we could kind of look at some different sketchbooks or some different notebooks that might be similar. And this is the A6 version, so it's just a little bit bigger, and we'll kind of look at the comparisons. It's the Pith sketchbook, and you can see there that it has like almost ½ an inch or more of kind of overhang. So the funny thing was I pulled this out to show you just to kind of see if it would fit in here, and I realized that a couple of years ago I started that sketchbook, but I often quite like to do the stripes in the front page with an emblem. So this is the really large Hanamula Nostalgia, and yeah, I was doing the stripes yesterday and I thought I need to tape it off so to get a nice clean edge, but yeah, that just never happens. But yeah, it's a nice way to kind of add something extra to the page, kind of pairing something more modern with something a bit more ornate. And yeah, so I just am kind of showing you a little bit inside here. I did these because I want to do a large kind of painting project like this, and possibly a class kind of showing some different ways to create the same type of emblem, and kind of looking into style a little bit, color choice and that kind of thing. So yeah, if I can ever find some time, I will try and get back to this, because I do think this would be quite nice, developing this more. But yeah, so, and what's interesting, when you open different sketchbooks, you find different things that work together, different color palettes as well. But you can see here, this is the Pith sketchbook inside, so it does have quite a bit of overhang just with the one sketchbook. But what I did find when I put it in there is I really liked having it in a leather cover, so I might actually just make one yeah, for that kind of to fit the size. But this is a Chic Sparrow A6. This is like a true A6, and it fits the kind of 4x6 sketchbooks. I love this, and I put one of these in here every year to kind of house color notes and just ideas. I also put in like new colors that I might get, or like I'll staple in, you can see here, like stapling in parts of the wrappers so that I remember shops and things like that. But this little notebook actually fits in the top there quite nicely. Like it's smaller than the others, but it means that you can kind of pop it in somewhere where you may have already kind of bulked up a notebook, and it will fit. So yeah, I also really like the kind of antique gold edging on these books. So yeah, but I also thought that we would try some inks in here. So if you have fountain pens or more, like this is not fountain pen ink, but I feel like this might feather the same or something. So I tried just a little quick sketch with this. This is the Kakanori nib, and it's like they brought out like these short holders. So yeah, it's quite nice just to have on hand for little quick sketches. So yeah, I couldn't find any fountain pen ink offhand, so yeah, but I will maybe get back to that in another video. I'd like to do notebook ecosystem. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos out there at the minute, but I really like watching them. So let me know if you would be interested in that, my notebook ecosystem as an artist. I have a few that I maybe haven't shown that much. I wanted to show you, I was trying to think if I had an actual pocket sketchbook, and I realized this one that I've been using as the annotated sketchbook is, I think, more of a true pocket. So you can see here, it's also a hardcover, so the Paper Republic, you can see, kind of is flush with the actual hardcover, so it's probably a little bit bigger than like the what are the field notes ones. What's really nice is like the field notes are kind of pamphlet stitched, but this is like a little book, which just is, I think, lovely. So yeah, I'm also showing you here, this is a Chic Sparrow B6 cover, but I have two of the Paper Republic notebooks in here. Yeah, I really just like the paper, I like the kind of format of the books. And again, you can see the stripes coming in at the front here. So I'm not sure. I think so. You can see just kind of a size comparison between like the smaller one as well, and their I think this is called their extra large, and then they have an A4, which is like a sheet of printer paper. Whenever I get a new sketchbook with different papers, I always like to try a bunch of different materials in it to kind of see what, not only what works well on the paper, but also what you enjoy using the paper for. I feel like sometimes things work well, but it's not exactly what you want to use it for. So yeah, it's quite nice to kind of try a different range of your supplies and kind of see which one sort of suits. The last thing I swatched were those markers. I'll show you the kind of tin in a minute. I want to kind of take this out and just do some sketches with the markers. We might do that in a future video, but yeah, I'm showing you here as well. So on the left we have the B6, and on the right we have the like an A5, a true A5. Which is just heavier, so I put them in the B6 just because it's kind of lighter to take places. But I'm just putting the XL insert into this A5 so you can see how much bigger the A5 still is. The XL insert gives you a lot of nice room. So it's sort of slightly bigger than B6, but it's not quite as big as the A5. So you just get quite a nice amount of room on the page, and it's still quite lightweight though. So these kind of two kind of notebook systems with the sketchbooks in them have kind of become my on-the-go sketchbooks at the minute. So I have kind of the smaller Paper Republic one, and then the Chic Sparrow with the Paper Republic inserts. And then this A5 one, this is actually my kind of home planner slash kind of daily log. Yeah, and I'm just kind of showing you the size comparison. That's the B6 on the left, and then the Paper Republic one. And this is, yeah, I'm just kind of showing you, so hopefully you can, it's a bit difficult to kind of get a feel for the sizing on videos. Yeah, but I mean, I think one of the hard things is you've kind of got to try some different sizes to see what suits you and kind of how it can work with how you're, you know, wanting to use it. I feel like I really enjoy most sizes. It just has to be kind of the right situation. So sometimes you want something, you know, just small so you can kind of get the page done. Sometimes you want something larger so you can kind of span out. Yeah, and like I quite enjoy putting different size notebooks as well inside the covers, but some people might like it kind of more flush. And then the other thing is, when I was even doing this video, I really enjoyed, like I put the little what's this called? Anyway, the annotated sketchbook in here in the Paper Republic, and I actually really liked the kind of size and feel of it with those two books, the Paper Republic drawing book and the sketchbook. So I actually ended up leaving it like this for now, and I'll move the other sketchbook into a different notebook. But I think that's kind of the beauty of it. Kind of keep rearranging and playing around with things till it falls into place and kind of feels more enjoyable how you're wanting to use it. And then this was just a little sneak peek. My sister was borrowing my desk for a project she was working on. You can see how beautifully she's painting this iris. And again, there's the sparkle. We are all for sparkle. And when the sun hits the petals just right, that's exactly kind of what you see, this just beautiful iridescence. And then working on a little Beatrix Potter master copy. I'm going to show you as well, she makes some really delicious things. She's been making these omelettes. They're really nice. And then this was tiramisu for our brother's birthday. I'm basically what's the associate chef called? Is it the sous chef? I'm the second in charge now. And this was really delicious. We actually traded out the coffee for just hot chocolate. She's just dipping the biscuits in hot chocolate, and then we, instead of putting alcohol in, we just added extra vanilla extract. And this was really delicious. So I will see you guys soon. This year's been a bit of a steamroller, I think. I'm just trying to stay ahead of everything. So hopefully I will get some more videos going soon. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye.